You won't believe which celebrities secretly tied the knot. From whirlwind romances to long-term loves you never knew existed, these unexpected celeb couples kept their relationships low-key. Get ready to count down the top 20 stars who shocked fans by saying, "I do." Peter Sarsgaard and Maggie Gyllenhaal. Even with a long list of movie roles and accolades, this low-key couple has stayed out of the tabloids. Peter and Maggie wed in 2009 and share 2 daughters, Ramona and Gloria Ray. They connected after Maggie's buzzworthy performance in Secretary. 2002, Peter, a close friend of Jake Gyllenhaal, worked alongside both siblings in several films. Despite their shared careers, Peter and Maggie have only co-starred once in the short High Falls. Perhaps keeping work separate has helped their marriage last. Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Hillary Burton. Before they made it official in 2019, Morgan and Burton were an item for over a decade. They were introduced through mutual pals Jensen and Danielle Ackles, connecting in 2009. Burton had worked with Danielle on One Tree Hill, while Morgan knew Jensen from Supernatural. Later, they played a married couple on The Walking Dead. Now, the real-life spouses have 2 kids and live a peaceful life on a farm in upstate New York. Troyan Bellisario and Patrick J. Adams. These two met in 2009 while doing a play. After an initial breakup, Adams didn't give up. He even landed a role on Pretty Little Liars just to be near Bellisario. His strategy worked, and they reunited, marrying in 2016 and welcoming their first child in 2018. They've collaborated on short films and 2 episodes of Suits, showing off both their chemistry and commitment. Elizabeth Moss and Fred Armisen. This pairing didn't go the distance. Moss and Armisen met in 2008 during SNL's taping. Their whirlwind romance led to an engagement in just 3 months, and they married 9 months later. Sadly, it ended fast. Moss described it as traumatic, and Armisen admitted he wasn't a great partner. The relationship ended in divorce less than a year later. Paula Abdul and Emilio Estevez. In the early 90s, Emilio Estevez wooed Paula Abdul the old-fashioned way, with phone calls. Their connection turned into a relationship, and by 1992 they were married. But the couple split in 1994, not over infidelity, but because Abdul wanted children while Estevez, who already had 2, did not. Christine Taylor and Ben Stiller. Christine and Ben met on a TV pilot set in the late 90s. They tied the knot in Hawaii in 2000 and collaborated on many comedies, including Zoolander and Tropic Thunder. They had 2 kids and seemed inseparable, until they separated in 2017 after 17 years of marriage. Felicity Huffman and William H. Macy. Huffman might now be remembered for the college admissions scandal, but she's been married to shameless star Macy since 1997. The couple has 2 daughters, and one was at the center of Huffman's legal troubles. Despite the controversy, their Hollywood bond has endured over 2 decades. Allison Brie and Dave Franco. Brie and Franco were set up by friends and hit it off after Mardi Gras in 2011. They kept things quiet for years, getting engaged in 2015 and married in 2017. They've worked together on The Disaster Artist and The Rental, showing off their creative compatibility. Isla Fisher and Sacha Baron Cohen. This hilarious duo met in 2002 when Fisher was still under the radar and Baron Cohen was gaining fame as Ali G. After a 6-year engagement, they wed in Paris in 2010. Now with 3 kids and tons of career success, they live in Sydney and keep their marriage solid. Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. They met filming I Know What You Did Last Summer in 1997, but didn't date until 2000. A last-minute dinner together led to romance. They married in 2002, had 2 kids, and remain one of Hollywood's most enduring love stories. Amber Tamblyn and David Cross. Their 20-year age difference made headlines early on, but Amber Tamblyn and David Cross have proven that love doesn't care about numbers. They began dating in 2007, and while Cross admitted he was hesitant at first due to the age gap, the connection was undeniable. 5 years later, in 2012, they tied the knot. Then in 2017, the couple welcomed their first child, a daughter. Despite the initial skepticism, they've continued to thrive as one of Hollywood's more unconventional but undeniably committed couples. Christy Brinkley and Billy Joel. Back in the 1980s, this duo was the very definition of a celebrity power couple. Supermodel Christy Brinkley and legendary musician Billy Joel first met in 1983. 2 years later, they said, "I do," and soon after, they welcomed their daughter, Alexa Ray Joel, named after Ray Charles. Though their marriage came to an end in 1994, the former couple has remained on good terms, co-parenting gracefully and even appearing together in public public over the years. A short chapter, but one that left a lasting impression on pop culture. Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa. Before the world knew him as Aquaman or Khal Drogo, Jason Momoa was just a guy crushing hard on Cosby Show icon Lisa Bonet. They began dating in 2005 and quietly made it official with a wedding in 2007. The couple has two beautifully named children, Lola Iolani and Nakoa Wolf, and were beloved for their down-to-earth presence and artistic style. Though they separated in 2022, their relationship is still remembered as one of Hollywood's most soulful pairings. Christina Hendricks and Jeffrey Arend. When Mad Men's Christina Hendricks met actor Jeffrey Arend at a party, sparks flew. They married in 2009 and spent a decade supporting one another's careers and maintaining a united public image. Though they chose not to have children, their relationship was filled with respect and mutual admiration. In 2019, the couple announced their divorce, parting ways amicably and continuing to speak kindly about one another. Rachel Weisz and Daniel Craig. Yes, James Bond himself is married. And no, it's not to a Bond girl. Daniel Craig and Oscar winner Rachel Weisz had known each other for years. But it wasn't until they co-starred in the 2011 thriller Dreamhouse that sparks finally flew. 7 months later, they married in a low-key ceremony with just 4 guests. Despite their A-list status, this pair has managed to keep their relationship mostly out of the spotlight, and fans loved them even more for it. Uma Thurman and Gary Oldman. Before either became household names, Uma Thurman and Gary Oldman had a whirlwind romance. They met in 1989 on the set of State of Grace and married the following year. Thurman was just 20 years old. By 1992, they had quietly divorced, going their separate ways and eventually building their own towering careers in film. Short-lived? Yes, but a fascinating piece of both actors' histories. Lisa Marie Presley and Nicolas Cage. It doesn't get more unexpected than this. Lisa Marie Presley, daughter of Elvis, and actor Nicolas Cage had a romance worthy of the tabloids. After Presley ended a previous engagement, she met Cage at a party. Just 10 days after he proposed, they tied the knot in Hawaii. The marriage lasted only 108 days, though their divorce took longer to finalize than the relationship itself. A Hollywood whirlwind through and through. Jennifer Grey and Clark Gregg. You know her from Dirty Dancing, and him from Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But did you know Jennifer Grey and Clark Gregg were married for nearly 2 decades? They wed in 2001, welcomed a daughter, and kept their relationship largely out of the public eye. They even shared the screen once, playing a couple on The New Adventures of Old Christine. In 2021, they announced their split, calling it a respectful and peaceful goodbye after 19 years of marriage. Alexis Bledel and Vincent Kartheiser. Rory Gilmore and Pete Campbell. An unlikely pair, but a real-life romance. Alexis Bledel and Vincent Kartheiser met in 2012 when Bledel guest starred on Mad Men. Their on-screen chemistry quickly turned into something more. They married in 2014, and a year later, welcomed their first child. The couple stayed intensely private, rarely attending public events together. Sadly, they quietly divorced in 2022, closing the door on one of TV's most low-key love stories.